Hello, this is Mesh from Downtime Distractions, doing a follow-up first look review of ET Armies. So the reason I'm doing this is because my first review, I mentioned I couldn't give you a full review of that because I couldn't get the exposure to the multiplayer gameplay. Pre-release, there was not many people online. So I've revisited it after a couple hours after it's been released, and this is what I'm thinking. Generally, it's pretty positive, from my opinion. So I had a couple of matches. I think I had a death match there with 4 or 5 people, and it was enjoyable. Admittedly, it's rough around the edges. If you're after a very polished FPS, maybe go back to your AAA titles. That's probably what you want, and that's where the polish really is. But for me, this really did remind me of the old school FPS titles. Admittedly, it's a little slower than the ones from a few years ago, but I did get that feeling. Some big issues that I think that this game will face if the devs don't continue to support it. There's only 2 maps at the moment, so after a couple hours in there you might get a bit bored of those, so there needs to be more added. And the amount of weapons, there needs to be more. But apart from those 2 issues, which are big issues, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of fun, and I'll probably play a bit more as well. So the things that really made it fun for me was you do have a bit of a leveling system where over time you slowly accrue points, and when you get a couple kills you get points as well. You get points from other things as well by killing turrets and by killing flying droids. So when you have a certain amount of points you can release droids and you can release your radar. Very similar to the I guess the kill streak system in Call of Duty. But I guess it's more of a simple thing, and it's not the end of the world, right? When you release those things, because I remember those games really overpowered with their perks. This one not so much. I mean, I guess the drone which I released, it was a good indicator of where everyone was. So I'd follow my drone around and try and take them out whilst they're dealing with the drone, stuff like that. So it was fun. And it did make me laugh, and it did make me smile quite often. So I say this game, it has potential here. I think if you want an old school FPS that's a little rough around the edges but has a lot of love, this might be a little title you could pick up for $15. Admittedly, it's a gamble, right? This game could still fall on its face and no one else could buy it. Then you'll be sitting there with a 2-hour campaign that you might think is not long enough, it's not in depth enough, and a multiplayer with no one playing it. So there's still that reservation of that. But if you're keen to give it a go, I think this could really be something the community could grab hold of, and the devs could listen to it and really add some more content in there for us. So yeah, I'll wrap it up here. Give me your thoughts, if you're playing it, how you're finding it, and give me a like if you like it. And as I say, subscribe, it really helps us out. And if you wanted to look at the first review for this title, a lot more in depth, check out the link, top left hand corner. And I'll see you next time.